Now we have to move to the next topic, direct memory access DMA. Next topic is direct memory access DMA. This is multiple interrupt requests are given. Then depending on the priority level, it is arbitration circuit. Like priority encoder, we have to give the inputs, the priority levels for these ports. These are called ports and our channels. Okay, we are placed the devices in a order. First placed device has highest priority. Last placed device least priority. Okay, and again this port one highest priority, and last port P least priority. Okay, and if at a time two devices are sending the interrupt signal, let us take device 1, device 2, device 3. This is device 3 and device 4, like that, and so on. Let us take device 1 and device 3. These two are sending the interrupt signal to the processor at a time. Generally, the device 1 highest priority and device 3 the next priority. కాబట్టి డివైస్ 1 ని ఫస్ట్ పెర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి అండ్ డివైస్ 3 నెక్స్ట్ పెర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి. దిస్ ఈజ్ థియరీ ప్రకారం డివైస్ 1 హ్యాస్ హైయెస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ అండ్ డివైస్ 3 నెక్స్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ. కాబట్టి ఎట్ ఏ టైం డివైస్ 1 అండ్ డివైస్ 3 both are sending the interrupt signal at a time to the processor. Device 1 highest priority కాబట్టి first services the device 1 and next services device 3. Okay, theory ప్రకారం ప్రాక్టికల్ ఎలా జరుగుతుందో చూద్దాం. Okay, if both the devices are sending the interrupt request, the INTR is 1, that is 0 and enabled, and the processor knows an interrupt will be generated. Then it send the interrupt acknowledgement signal for first channel INTA1, interrupt acknowledgement signal to the first device, and acknowledgement signal is has two functions. One is the acknowledgement signal is blocked by the device or transmitted to the next device. When the device is blocked the acknowledgement signal, and when the device is transmitted the acknowledgement signal. If the device is sending the interrupt signal, then the acknowledgement signal is blocked by that device. If the device is sending the interrupt request, then the device is blocked the acknowledgement signal, and the process services the device operation. The device is not requesting the interrupt, then the signal is transmitted to the next device. Okay, if the device is not requested, then the acknowledgement signal is transferred to the next device. If the device is requesting the interrupt signal, then the acknowledgement signal is blocked by the device and first device operation is performed. So even though device 3 and device 1 at a time both these devices are requesting the processor, only the device 1 operation is services first and device 3 services second, because the acknowledgement signal is blocked by the device 1. కాబట్టి ప్రాసెసర్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, డివైస్ 1 ఆపరేషన్ పెర్ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇది when multiple interrupts are occurring. And the next concept is Direct memory access. Direct memory access. What is meant by direct memory access? The name itself defines direct memory access. Until now, we have discussed the transmission of data, that is input device. From input device, the data is transmitted to the processor. Similarly, the results processor transmitted to the output device. Till now, we have discussed the transmission of the input device. This is output device. Okay. This operation is called input operation. This operation is called output operation. Transmission of data from input device to processor and transmission of data from processor to output device, output operation. These are simply known as I/O transfers or I/O operations. These operations are simply called as I/O operations or I/O transfer center. Okay, but the data coming from input device, is first to transfer to processor, and but actually the function of the processor ఏంటి? What is the function of the processor? The processor is only executing or processes the instructions given by the user. User ఇచ్చేటువంటి ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ని మీరు ఇచ్చే డేటా మీద ఆపరేట్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ ప్రాసెసెస్ ద ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ గివెన్ బై ది ప్రోగ్రామ్ లోని ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది. అండ్ ద డేటా గివెన్ బై ది యూజర్, ద ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ అండ్ డేటా both are processed. The function of the processor is has to perform or execute the programs or executing the instructions only, but not the storage device. Okay, it is not a storage device. Processor is only executing the instructions or programs given by the user, but the data coming from input device is first transferred to the input, the processor. The ultimate source, the ultimate storage for the data is memory only. The ultimate storage is memory only. Then the data coming from input device first transferred to the processor, and then from processor to the data is transmitted to the memory. Because మన విష్ణు నుంచి వస్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ దిలీప్ గారు విష్ణు భీమవరం వచ్చి ఏలూరు కాలేజీ నుంచి వాట్సాప్ లో మీకు ఫోటో పెట్టాను చూడండి, ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ ఉంటుంది, ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఉంటుంది చూడండి, పర్సనల్ పెట్టాను. నా నరేంద్ర నుంచి కానీ శ్రీధర్ నుంచి వచ్చి చూడండి. ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ టు ద డేటా, if you want to execute any program, the program must be stored in the memory unit first, and from memory unit the program executed by the processor. Okay, the program transfer from memory to processor and executed by the processor. That means whatever the data coming from input device is transferred to the processor, and in the processor it stays or stores just for a while, and that is transmitted to the memory for storage. Okay, the ultimate storage is nothing but memory unit only. Similarly, the data coming from processor, that is just the data coming from the processor to the output device are coming from memory unit, and processor, from processor to the data coming to the output device. Okay, this is the what we have discussed till now, the input operation, output operation. Okay, but here the data coming from input device is transferred to processor and then processor to memory. Okay, similarly the data coming from memory transmitted to the processor and then processor to the output device. Okay, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so the time most of the time is wasted because the data coming from memory to processor and processor to output device are send input to processor and processor to the memory unit. And also the CPU is wasted for input output operation. The CPU time is wasted for input output operations. To avoid these conditions, what I have invented nothing but direct memory access. Nothing but in this direct memory access, the data directly coming from memory to the input device without intervention of the processor. ప్రాసెసర్ సంబంధం లేకుండా డైరెక్ట్ గా ద మెమొరీ యూనిట్ ఏం చేసి మెమొరీ నుంచి ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. డైరెక్ట్లీ ద డేటా ట్రాన్స్మిటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ input device to the memory unit without intervention of the processor. Similarly, for output operation also directly output device, the data is transmitted to the output device without intervention of the processor. This due to this one, the data is transmitted directly to the memory to the output device very fastly without any delay. Similarly, from input device to without any delay, the data is transmitted directly to the memory unit. And in the meantime, the process executing the programs in the memory unit. Okay, and the processor time is also safe, and also the processor is busy with the executing instruction, but not with the operation. The data is transmitted directly from input device to memory without intervention of the processor. That's why it is known as directly input to memory. Similarly, direct memory access from memory to the output device, we have to transmit directly data from the memory to output device without intervention of the processor unit. Okay. Till now, the data is transmitted from input device to processor, and similarly, input device to processor, and then processor to the data is transmitted from processor to memory. This is input operation. Similarly, memory to processor, and this is output device. Memory to processor, processor to memory. But now, due to this one, the time is wasted, and also processor is busy with only IO transfers, but not with the programs and instruction. To avoid these two, one technique is there: direct memory access. The name itself defines direct. That is, the input device is transmitted the data directly to the memory unit without intervention of the processor. Processor processor నుంచి memory transfer చేయకుండా directly the data is transmitted from input device to memory. Similarly, the memory to the output device directly the data is transmitted without intervention of the processor. Okay. This is called direct memory access. Direct గా memory access చేసుకోవడం. The input device and output device are accessing the data directly from the memory unit without the processor. For this one, to transmit the data directly to the input device to memory or memory to output device, the processor function is to transmit the data from input device to processor. There is bus lines are there. Okay, IO bus lines are there. Similarly, processor to memory unit also to transmit the data, memory bus lines are there. Okay. And to transmit the data from input device to memory, the processor is giving the memory bus lines to the input device to transmit the data directly. Okay, the bus lines are given to the input device, and through these lines, the data is transmitted to the memory unit. Okay. That means first the input device requesting the bus lines to transmit the data. The memory bus lines are requested by the input device, and the bus lines are granted by the processor, and through which the data is transmitted from input device to the memory unit. Okay. Then second point, the data coming from input device is stored in the memory location. In which location? ఏ location లో స్టోర్ చేయాలి? that address is given by the processor unit only. Okay, the data coming from input device is stored in the memory unit. The data coming from input device to memory is stored in the memory in which location. The starting address is specified by the processor only. Okay, the starting address is specified by the processor. After giving the memory bus lines to the input device, the processor informing the input device in which location the data is stored. ఏ లొకేషన్ నుంచి డేటాను స్టోర్ చేయాలి. Similarly, how many memory words the input device is transmitted to the memory. ఎన్ని memory words ని the input device transmit చేస్తుంది. That information is also given by the processor to the memory unit. Okay? The starting address from which the data is stored. ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ నుంచి వచ్చిన డేటా మెమొరీ యూనిట్ లో ఏ లొకేషన్ నుంచి స్టోర్ చేయాలి, స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్. సిమిలర్లీ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెమొరీ వర్డ్స్, ఎన్ని మెమొరీ వర్డ్స్ ని ద ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తుంది, దట్ ఈస్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెమొరీ వర్డ్స్. ఓకే, దీస్ టు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ is also given by the processor only. Okay, that means 32 memory words or 64 memory words, like that. The input device is transmitted the 32 memory words. Please accept the data and processor is sending the information to the memory unit. And starting from 2000 location, the data is stored. Please store the data from input device to the memory unit. Starting from 2000, and the number of memory words, 32 memory words or 64 memory words. Then the bus line, using the memory bus lines, the input device is transmitting the data to the memory and stored in the address given by the processor. After 32 memory words are transmitted, again the bus lines are taken by the processor. Okay, this is called direct memory access. Okay, this is general concept for direct memory access. Direct memory access, a special control unit may be provided to transfer a block of data directly between the IO device and main memory. IO device నుంచి మెయిన్ మెమొరీ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ నుంచి మెయిన్ మెమొరీకి ఆర్ మెయిన్ మెమొరీ నుంచి అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్ కి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయడానికి బిట్వీన్ IO డివైస్ అండ్ మెమొరీ వితౌట్ కంటిన్యూస్ ఇంటర్వెన్షన్ బై ది ప్రాసెసర్. అంటే ప్రాసెసర్ కి సంబంధం లేకుండా మెమొరీ నుంచి అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్ కి, ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ నుంచి మెమొరీకి ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయడాన్ని డైరెక్ట్ మెమరీ యాక్సెస్ అంటారు. ఈ స్పెషల్ కంట్రోల్ యూనిట్ ఈ ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ని కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి దెర్ ఇస్ ఏ వన్ కంట్రోలర్ ఈజ్ దేర్. ఓకే, టు రిలీవ్ ది బర్డెన్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాసెసర్ బర్డెన్ తగ్గించడానికి we have designed a controller that is called DMA controller. One control is there that is known as DMA controller. The DMA control function is to controls or to monitors the data transmission from input device to memory and memory to output device. Direct memory access operations మాత్రమే కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా, to release the burden of the processor burden తగ్గించడానికి we have designed one DMA controller. ఓకేనా, that is here a special controller unit. Okay, that is called DMA control unit. Must may be provided to transfer a block of data. Control unit performs these transfers is a part of the IO device interface circuit. This control unit is called as the DMA controller. This control unit is known as DMA controller. And the DMA controller is inbuilt, is a part of the IO device interface circuit లోనే డిజైన్ చేసి ఉంటుంది ఆటోమేటిక్గా. ఓకేనా, the DMA controller is already designed in the IO device interface circuit. Okay, DMA controller performs functions that would be normally carried out by the processor. Okay, the DMA controller performs the function nothing but from input device to memory or memory to output device. It transmits the data యాజ్ డిజైన్డ్ బై ది ప్రాసెసర్. ది ప్రాసెసర్ ఎలా చేస్తుందో అలాగే చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? కొన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ దట్ వుడ్ బి నార్మల్లీ క్యారీడ్ అవుట్ బై ది ప్రాసెసర్ ఎలాగైతే ప్రాసెసర్ నుంచి అవుట్పుట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తుందో, ఇన్ ద సిమిలర్ మేనర్ the controller, it transmits the data from input device to memory or memory to output device. In the way the processor is transferring the data from input to memory or memory to output. Okay. For each word, it provides the memory address and all the control signals. Okay. For each memory word, the DMA controller provides the memory address. Remember, the data coming from input device is stored in which location? ఏ లొకేషన్ లో డేటా స్టోర్ చేయాలి మెమరీ యూనిట్ లో. ఓకే. కంట్రోలర్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే జస్ట్ ఇట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్స్ ఇట్ కంట్రోల్స్ ది ఆపరేషన్స్ ఓన్లీ. అంతేగాని మెమరీ యూనిట్ లో ఏ లొకేషన్ లో స్టోర్ చేయాలి, ఎన్ని మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయాలి, దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్ గివెన్ బై ద ప్రాసెసర్ ఓన్లీ. Before direct access is started, the processor is giving the information to the controller. మెమరీ యూనిట్ లో ఏ అడ్రస్ లో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఎన్ని మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ని ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేసుకోవాలి, దీని ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్ గివెన్ బై ద ప్రాసెసర్ టు ద డిఎంఏ కంట్రోలర్. ఓకే. To transfer a block of data, it increments the memory addresses and takes track of the number of transfers. Okay. If 32 memory words, it is called a block. And the group of memory words is known as block. 32 memory words, maybe 64 memory words or 128 memory words. It is called a block of data. A group of memory words, nothing but a block. After transferring each memory word data, the controller keeps track of the number of any memory transfer చేసింది, ఇంకా ఎన్ని memory words transfer చేయాలి. Okay? That is controlled by the direct memory access. Okay. DMA controller can transfer a block of data from an external device to the processor without any intervention from the processor. External devices. Okay. Directly from the input device to memory or memory to output devices without intervention of the processor. Okay. However, the operation of DMA controller must be under the control of a program executed by the processor. Then the processor must initiate the DMA transfer. Okay. Before the DMA transfer is performing, the first DMA transfer is initiated by the processor only. Okay. The input device is requesting the processor for the DMA transfer. నేను డైరెక్ట్గా మెమరీకి యాక్సెస్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను, నాకు పర్మిషన్ ఇవ్వండి అని ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, ప్రాసెసర్ రిక్వెస్ట్ పెట్టుకుంటుంది. The process, the input device, the output device are requesting the processor. We have to send the data directly to the memory. Okay. Please give permission for the transfer from input to directly from input to memory or memory to the output device. Then the processor is initiating the DMA transfer by sending the starting address. మెమరీ యూనిట్ లో ఎక్కడి నుంచి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయాలి అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్, ఆర్ ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ నుంచి వచ్చిన డేటాని మెమోరీలో ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేయాలి, ద స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ ఇన్ ద మెమరీ యూనిట్. అండ్ సిమిలర్లీ హౌ మెనీ మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్డ్ టు ద అవుట్పుట్ ఆర్ హౌ మెనీ మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ రిసీవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్, ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ అండ్ స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ and the bus lines also. The processor is giving the memory bus lines to the input device to transmit the data. That is, the initiation is done by the processor only. The DMA transfer initiation is done by the processor only. After that, the operations are controlled by the DMA controller. Okay, that is after the initiation is given by the processor, the DMA controller controls the operation, but not directly from the DMA controller to the transfer does not take place. Okay, the initiation of the operation, the DMA operation, the direct memory access operation, is initiated by the processor only. After that, the DMA controller, by using that information, the DMA controller controls the operation. Okay, that's why that is the processor must initiate the DMA transfer. The DMA transfer is initiated by the processor only. To initiate the DMA transfer, the processor informs the DMA controller. Okay? Before initiating the DMA transfer, the processor informs the information to the DMA controller. Control ki చెప్పాలి ఏమని చెప్తుంది స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ చెప్పాను ఇందాక మెమరీ నుంచి ఏ లొకేషన్ నుంచి డేటాని అవుట్పుట్ పంపించాలి ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ లొకేషన్ ద డేటా ట్రాన్స్మిటెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ మెమరీ టు అవుట్పుట్ సిమిలర్లీ ద డేటా కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ ఈజ్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ విచ్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్ ఏ లొకేషన్ నుంచి స్టోర్ చేయాలి ఏ లొకేషన్ నుంచి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయాలి అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్ కి సిమిలర్లీ ఇన్పుట్ డివైస్ నుంచి డేటాని ఏ మెమరీ లొకేషన్ లో స్టోర్ చేయాలి స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ ది మెమరీ యూనిట్ ఈజ్ గివెన్ టు ద డిఎంఏ కంట్రోలర్ అండ్ సిమిలర్లీ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వర్డ్స్ ఇన్ ద బ్లాక్ ఒక్కొక్క బ్లాక్ ఎన్ని మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి 32 మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయా 64 మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయా ఆర్ 128 మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయా నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ అంటే ఎన్ని మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ని ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేయాలి ఫ్రమ్ మెమరీ టు అవుట్పుట్ డివైస్ ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్పుట్ టు ద మెమరీ యూనిట్ ఓకే అండ్ దెన్ డైరెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ IO device to memory or memory to direction transfer nothing but DMA transfer memory access the input to memory or memory to output input device to memory or memory to IO device అంటే memory నుంచి IO device output device ka or input device నుంచి memory device ka the direction from input to memory or memory to output device the direction is also given by the processor to the DMA controller. All these three information is given by the processor to the DMA controller before initiating the DMA transfer. Before initiating the DMA transfer, the processor is giving all this information to the DMA controller. Once the DMA controller completes the DMA transfer, it informs the processor by writing an interrupt signal. Okay? That means after transmitting the 32 memory words from memory to output device, and after completing the direct memory access అంటే మెమరీ నుంచి 32 మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తుంది కంట్రోలర్ దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్డ్ టు ద సిపియు అంటే నువ్వు చెప్పినటువంటి 32 మెమరీ వర్డ్స్ ని మెమరీ నుంచి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసాను దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఈజ్ గివెన్ టు ద ప్రాసెసర్ బై ద డిఎంఏ కంట్రోలర్ ప్రాసెసర్ కి ఎలా చెప్పాలి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది మెమరీ బస్ లైన్స్ తీసుకో అని చెప్పి డిఎంఏకి ప్రాసెసర్ ఎలా చెప్తుందంటే బై రైజింగ్ ఇన్ ఇంటరప్ట్ సిగ్నల్ దీన్ని డిఎంఏ ఇంటరప్ట్ అంటారు అంటే ప్రాసెసర్ ని చెప్తుంది ఇన్ఫార్మింగ్ ది ప్రాసెసర్ దట్ ద డిఎంఏ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఈజ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ దట్ ఈస్ మెమరీ టు అవుట్పుట్ ద డేటా ఈజ్ ట్రాన్స్మిటెడ్ ప్లీజ్ టేక్ ద బస్ లైన్స్ బ్యాక్ టు ద ప్రాసెసర్ అని చెప్పి ద డిఎంఏ ఈజ్ సెండింగ్ ద ప్రాసెసర్ ఇన్ సిగ్నల్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఇంటరప్ట్ సిగ్నల్ that is called DMA interrupt. Nothing but to informing the processor that the DMA transfer is completed. DMA transfer complete అయిపోయింది. Please take the bus lines అని చెప్పడానికి the controller is sending an interrupt signal to the processor. Okay. This is the block diagram for the direct memory access. This is normal the processor diagram. This is normal CPU. This is main memory. This is the system bus. Okay. By means of this bus, the processor is transmitting the data to the memory or memory to the processor. This is also called memory bus lines. These are called memory bus lines. Through which the data is transmitted from processor to memory or memory to processor. Now, by using these lines only, the output devices are transmitted the data to the memory by means of these lines only, memory bus lines or system bus lines. To the processor, we have connected the printer and the keyboard. Normally, the keyboard device, the printer circuit, and the disk devices and network interface cable. Okay, we connected to the processor to some other system, LAN connection, network interface. Okay, this is network interface. And these two IO devices will have disk controller or DMA controller. Similarly, the network interface also one controller. And the devices are connected to the system bus by means of the interface circuits. Okay, these are called the interface circuits. Okay. Yesterday, in the previous I have discussed the DMA controller is inbuilt within the interface circuit. The DMA controller are designed within the interface circuits also. Okay. These two are the DMA controllers, and these connected to the system bus. These are connected to system bus. And processor and keyboard. These two are not having direct memory access. The DMA controller connects a high-speed network to the computer bus. The DMA controller connects a high-speed network to the computer bus. This controller, which controls two disks, also has a DMA capability. It provides two DMA channels. Okay, the DMA controller, which controls two disks. Okay, and also has a DMA capability, direct memory access capability. Nothing but disk to the data directly transmitted to the memory, or memory to the data directly transmitted to the disk. That is called direct memory. It provides two DMA channels. It provides two DMA. These two are two DMA channels. Okay. It can perform two independent DMA operations as if each disk has its own DMA controller. The registers to store the memory address, word count, and status control information are duplicated. Okay. The starting address, okay, this one. The starting address, the number of memory words, the direction of the data. These three information are stored in three registers. These three information are stored in three registers, and these three registers are stored available in DMA controller. The three registers are available in the DMA controller. The processor and DMA controller have to use the bus in an interwoven fashion to access the memory. Already discussed in the previous class, these bus lines are used by both the processor as well as the DMA controllers. By using the system bus or memory bus lines only, the data is transmitted from input device to memory or processor to memory. Okay. That's why the processor and DMA controller have to use the bus in an interwoven fashion to access the memory unit. By using single bus, the processor as well as the DMA controller both are transferring the data to the memory unit. DMA devices are given higher priority than the processor to access the bus. Already I have informed that executing the instructions in the processor and performing the IO operation. IO operations have most priority than executing the instructions in the processor. Okay. మెమొరీలో ఉన్న ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయడం కన్నా ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఆపరేషన్స్ పెర్ఫార్మ్ చేయడం హైయెస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై the DMA devices are given higher priority than the processor to access the memory bus. Bus lines అనేవి ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్ DMA కంట్రోలర్ ఇస్తారు. After that, the processor. Okay. Among different DMA devices, high priority is given to high-speed peripherals such as disk and graphics display device. Similarly, if two DMA controllers are there, out of two, which DMA controller has highest priority? Which devices are sending the data fastly? That is given high priority, and then next priority. Okay. Out of these two DMA controllers, which device is sending the data fastly? Okay. High speed peripherals. Peripheral nothing but IO devices. Peripherals in IO devices are also called peripherals. That's why the devices which have high speed will give highest priority, and the devices which have low speed will give low priority. Okay, high devices high priority star, low devices lowest priority star. Okay. Processor originates most memory access cycles on the bus. The DMA controller can be set to steal the memory access cycles from the bus. This is interbeam technique called cycle stealing. Okay, and the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. Bus lines bus lines and memory bus lines are stealed, documented by the general meaning, are stealed by the DMA controller for transferring the data. Okay, for how many memory cycles? Any memory cycles, the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. Okay, depending on the number of memory words. If 32 memory words are there, 32 memory cycles are stealed by the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller for 32 memory cycles. Okay, that means the DMA controller can be said to steal and adagadu the memory bus lines from the processor to transmit the data. Okay, that is called cycle stealing. Okay. For each transfer, the bus lines are requested by the DMA controller. And again, after one memory word is transmitted, second again the for second memory, the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. That means for each memory word, the memory bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. This technique is called cycle stealing. This technique is called cycle stealing. For each memory cycle, the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. For each memory word transmission, the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. The technique is called cycle stealing. A second alternate approach, another approach is there. An alternate approach is to provide DMA controller can exclusively capable to initiate transfer of the transfers on the bus and hence exclusive access to the main memory. This is known as block or burst memory. Next technique is burst mode or block mode. In burst mode or block mode, nothing but to transmit the 32 memory words. To transmit the 32 memory words, the bus lines are stealed by the DMA controller. For entire transmission of 32 memory words, the memory bus lines are under control of the DMA controller. Okay, that means to transmit the entire block, the bus lines are kept by the DMA controller. This is called burst mode or block mode. Okay? This is cycle stealing and this is burst mode. Arbitration. Next class. అటెండ్ చేస్తున్నామా? థ్యాంక్ యూ.